Hello and welcome again to another episode of Snack Time with Schnell. My name's Schnellenbach and I'll be your shitty guest as usual. Today we really don't have that much to work with, but it is almost noon. It's 11:44 as we're working on this, and today we're gonna read this back issue of Dig magazine, who I used to write for, which was pretty sweet because it was my dream job in high school. So kids, sometimes your dreams do come true. Like that motivational shit, it don't work for me, but I busted my ass and, you know, I got a job writing for them, but now they're online and they're doing awesome and I'm happy for them. But today, we're just gonna make some Campbell's soup. Just, you know, you can be out on a road trip and you don't have, let's say, one of those portable cooking stoves. You can always make these or baked beans on the radiator of your car. But we're gonna use a pot. I know we can just use the microwave and get it fucking done faster, but that's not gonna fucking happen today. We're gonna do it the old-fashioned way. Make us some chicken with rice, not chicken noodle. I like chicken noodle, but I like the chicken and rice more. It feels more filling. I can eat it, and then I won't have to eat again until dinner time. It's fucking brilliant in that aspect. So we're gonna go through the steps, which are self-explanatory, but you never know. You might want to add your own little flavor to it and see what the fuck happens. So, alrighty, now first off, we're gonna read the directions here. We only need 1 can of water for this soup. Normally, I don't use water. I like it to be nice and like thick and brothy. Like I like not the water type of broth. I like just the shit that's inside here. You hear it? I like that shit. I don't know why, but we're gonna actually follow the instructions and then add some spices and make your meal a little bit more enjoyable. It would be better if I had some lunch meat or something. We could make a sandwich and soup, because that's what the fuck is up. A grilled cheese and some chicken and rice soup. So good. But let's follow the instructions here. It says we're gonna just mix the soup with 1 can of water, as I fucking already said. And then just heat and stir occasionally. And just to be careful, these metal edges are sharp and will kill you. That's not really what it says, but you understand. It says that they're very sharp. And if you're a kid watching this at home, get your parents to help you. I mean, I know it looks easy because of these types of lids. Because we are a selfish, stupid generation of human beings that can't use a fucking can opener, which is a basic tool of survival in an instinct where you need one. Now, I'm no fucking Bear Grylls, but trust, a can opener comes in handy when you're fucking hungry and you just want to eat. It's like in the original Dawn of the Dead where they're like, we're gonna live off Spam. And he says, do you have a can opener? And she says, no. He says, then don't knock it. It has its own key. Just like Campbell's Soup now has their own key for you little kids that are too fucking stupid to use a can opener because you'll cut your little fingers off. But step 1 is completed. Alright, now we're gonna put our fucking pan. Try to use as small a pan as possible if you're just making 1 can of soup. You don't need some massive pot. You're not cooking for a family of 12. So we're gonna put it on. We're gonna dump the contents of the soup into the bowl. completely self-explanatory. I mean, I know it's snack time with Schnell, but like I said, I'm in fucking poverty. I don't have a real job. My life sucks. This is what I have to do to hopefully, you know, get through to some of you and maybe get some advertisement money. I'm not just doing this for money though. I really enjoy, you know, doing this for people and, you know, talking to you guys and helping you with food reviews and just like telling you what restaurants suck and which don't. And I'll tell you a restaurant right now, they're looking for help actually. Milmont Pizza. I worked there for 5 years. I loved it. Great food. They just upped their pizza game. It is banging. Like, seriously, one of the best pizza shops in town and one of the best food shops in town. It's like a little bodega kind of store right on 7th and Milmont. But they're looking for a female, sadly, a female only call girl. Because I would love to have, I'd love that job, to be honest with you, because I love delivering pizza. I love the people there. But they need experience. Call them at 610-544-4465. So now we're going to add a cup of water to our Campbell's soup, alright? So now we're going to fill the can up with water, but look what happened. While I went into the sink, I found a full box of ramen noodles thanks to ShopRite. I don't know where they came from. Some mystical person brought them to me. I honestly don't know who, but I appreciate it. So now we're also going to cook my own special recipe, very secret, of ramen noodles. These are all good road trip food for all you BMXers, skateboarders, just people that like to adventure, like, and don't want to spend a lot of money. I mean, it is awesome to go to Austin, go to Wahoo's, and live off fish tacos and margaritas. It fucking rules. But you're gonna go broke in like 2 days. One night at Shakespeare's, which when it comes to Austin, go to Liberty or Yellow Jacket. I'm not sure if Sherbo is still working at Yellow Jacket, but if he is, give him a good tip. Say hi. He's a good dude. But also you might run into Joe Rich, the best dude ever. But back to how lucky we are now to have some ramen noodles. But back on topic, we're gonna fill up our can with water. The good old sink. See, I like washing out the like the excess like rice and bullshit, even though it makes a mess and it causes more cleanup for later. So we're gonna actually use a half a cup just so it's still thick. A little more. So the more you fill it up, the less like thick it is. But the more you fill it up, the more brothy it is. But like I said, you might be on the road, you might not have an access to water you want to waste. So just, you can even eat it cold if you're really feeling like a savage. But I recommend, you know, a half cup of water just to make it so it's still thick, but it's still dialed. So let's add this to our pot and start cooking. Alright, so we put the water inside the pot, and now it's time to turn the oven on, and we're just gonna go for just a medium like simmer, just so we can keep an eye on it. We'll put it at about 4.5, and then we'll just let her sit. Alright, so we're gonna read through that issue of Dig for a bit while she cooks, and yeah, we'll see what happens, and then we'll start with the ramen noodles. So you're actually getting a two-parter here, so get stoked. and get comfortable. Alright, now we're gonna get ourselves a spoon and we're gonna stir. We could have done this while it was cooking, but I got caught up looking at that old Bruno Hoffman interview and just realizing that that kid's one of the best in BMX right now. But we're gonna stir it, and I always give it a little taste. And it's cooked. Only took about probably 5 minutes. And make sure you turn the stove off. I still had it on the heater a little bit just to make sure everything was cooked all the way, that it was not an accident. If it was an accident, I would call myself a fucking idiot, but I know what I'm doing. So, now that we have the soup, we're gonna go for part 2, which is Schnell's special ramen noodles. And then we're gonna eat them both and see which is actually more filling, because my back wheel's pretty fucked up and I need to wait till Friday to get my new one. So fuck it, let's just eat some food. Okay, now we're gonna open the ramen noodles. We got ourselves a 12-pack here, but all we need is one. We'll put this to the side for now, because we still have soup. We're gonna totally be Americans today and just eat like slobs. Eat more food than we actually need, while there's kids starving out there, which is a shame. And you really should give money to a charity and help them. And help that guy on the corner that's begging for $1. If you give him change, trust me, he is not going to buy drugs with pennies. It's not going to happen. So help that guy out, and maybe you'll get some good karma back. But for now, we're going to get our soup, empty it into a decent sized bowl, or you can use a mug, whatever. And I spilled it everywhere because I overestimated how much water I put in. Because like I said, I normally don't put any water in. So there is a very big mistake. So we'll fix that in a moment. So let's clean that up. And then let's get back to it. So sorry about that. We had to clean up the mess. You want to be sure to recycle your Campbell's can. Put her in the recyclables. And voila. We have a nice cup of chicken and rice soup. But now it's time to cook us some ramen the proper way, and then we'll taste test them both and see which, you know, makes us like more full. What a perfect specimen. We're gonna break it up a way. If any of you have ever been to jail, I'm sure you've heard this noise. All day long. It does help break it up, and I do recommend doing it. But don't go to jail, kids. It fucking sucks. Especially if you did nothing wrong. So now it's time to start boiling some more water, and then I'll show you how to make ramen my way, which I'm sure some of you make it like that already, but to me it's again the best, most filling way to enjoy your ramen noodles, which are again a perfect specimen of noodle. So let's do this. Alright, we're going to use the same pan because it's clean. Our noodles are nice and crushed from doing it the jailhouse way. So make sure you take the spice packet out. I've accidentally cooked it with it one time, but that's a story for another day. We're also cooking a soup for later on today. It's chicken corn soup, which is being cooked right now. I'm having a little bit of help with that from my helper, but and yes, my helper is my mother. I am 30 years old, I live at home, I am unemployed. I am the real life George Costanza. But for now, ramen noodle time. So, put the noodles in. Now, we're not going to want to use a lot of water this time. Not at all, just enough to cover the top coat, alright? Alright, we got our water in, and it is time to, I always just overheat it and put it on 6 just so it cooks faster. So let's do that. Alright, so our ramen noodle is completely cooked. Start through again. Do a little taste test. It's always going to be hot. Perfect. So, what you want to do now is get a strainer. I've had this one for many years. I love it. You're going to put it in the sink, which is a little bit out of frame, but just put it in the sink. We also have a special surprise. We're going to add some chicken to our ramen noodles, which is going to be fucking dialed. So, it's time for the Schnell specialty of ramen noodle cooking. Alright, so we got our strainer inside of our sink. We've got our noodles right here, and we're gonna just dump them right in. And then put our empty pan there for now. And now here's our noodles. And what we're gonna do is get our flavor packet. So now what we're going to do is get our chicken flavor packet. We're going to shake that bad boy up, and then we're going to mix it in dry. See, I strained all the water. A lot of people keep the water in. I don't know why they do this. They say it tastes better because they can drink the broth. Again, we're not in jail, so we don't need the extra food. So we're going to do it this way before we add the chicken. Hell yeah. Straight from Swiss Farms on McDade Boulevard. So should be pretty good. Can't wait. It's going to be a pretty awesome meal. So we poured it in, and now we mix that shit. And try to mix it pretty good, just so you have a really strong, spicy taste to it while you enjoy it. And also we're gonna have chicken to it, so it's gonna be even fucking better. That's all you really need to have to do. Now, let's add the chicken. And, why the fuck not? Some pepper. I just took a little bite over there from the fork, and it was fucking delicious. So, let's now, it's nice and heavy. We're going to just empty our food. And voila. We got chicken flavored ramen along with some grilled chicken. And that's an awesome meal, especially on a budget. So let's try it out compared with the chicken rice soup, which we're going to microwave just to make it a little bit more hot. And we're going to see what fills us up more. Alright? So it is time for the taste test. We have chicken rice soup over on this side. We have ramen noodles, chicken flavored with real fresh grilled chicken over here. And as usual, our can of sodium Coca-Cola Classic. Proud, well, they're not a sponsor of Snack Time or Supper Time with Schnell, but we really wish they would be. And if anybody at Coca-Cola is watching this, just email me at satanlives1985@gmail.com. That is my real email. So we'll try it out now. And I know for a fact the ramen and chicken's going to be way better than the chicken and rice because I've had it before, and I've also had this before, but this is one of my favorite snacks, especially on the road. The noodles actually make the chicken a little more juicier because it's wet already and it just fucking tastes good. It's just the way it's awesome. And mixed with the spices, it's a fucking treat, and you can't go wrong with it. Like, I haven't even touched this yet, but I know I have to.